With that, we go to the gentleman from Texas. Mr. Williams is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and also thank you to the witnesses today for being here. Appreciate seeing you. The Section 8 housing voucher concept could be one of the most successful public-private initiatives, but as with many other government programs, it has started to sag under the weight of too many burdensome and duplicative requirements. The Housing Modernization Act will make important changes that will improve the program for all stakeholders. My question would be to you, Mr. Merritt. What do you think are the most critical problems facing the assisted housing portfolio, and how will the proposed legislation, how will it make improvements?
Thank you. I just want to speak that this is a great bill for us, and it's a start to fix some of those problems that you bring up, Mr. Congressman. A couple of things. Increasing the percentage of the limitation on the voucher program for project-based vouching would be critically important to us to help populations that are underserved now, people such as persons with intellectual disabilities, which I've done a project in my hometown on. There's a whole population out there of young people aging up over 22 that are in need of housing with supportive services. And the project-based voucher extension would allow us to serve more of those individuals who will need help for a long time. It also, the idea of triannual rent redeterminations will take away some of the administrative burden that we would have having to renew rents every year for people who are on fixed incomes, where the rent doesn't change. We're doing recertifications for rent that might change $2 to $3 either way, and that's really a waste of a lot of time and effort that could be used for other more productive issues. The other is the fair market rent issue is becoming a problem, and by allowing us to raise the percentage of fair market rent that we're able to up to 120% would be very important, particularly in high-income areas, high rental areas like where I am in the Boston area.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Kelly, steps have already been taken to eliminate duplicative inspections through the budget process for assisted housing funded with multiple subsidies, and H.R. 3700 further streamlines the effort by permitting immediate tenant occupancy if the unit has been inspected under a Federal housing program with the same stringent standards. Would you help us understand the financing challenges associated with affordable housing, and does this mean that in order for affordable housing to exist and or be developed, an owner must find multiple sources of capital to develop these properties?
Thank you, Mr. Congressman. I am representing the National Association of Home Builders, but I am a builder-developer, own and operate some 5,000 plus units of affordable housing, and have developed over 11,000 units. Securing financing for affordable housing is an extraordinary challenge and becoming ever so each and every day. I use both Section 8 project-based assistance. The vouchers are critically important in the development of new properties, primarily the low-income housing tax credit, where state housing finance agencies or communities decide that target lower-income families below 50% of median income. So those vouchers make it critically important in order to secure the financing. Those transactions also have a multiple number of financing sources besides the debt, the tax credits, often funds from the Federal Home Loan Banks or home funding. But again, often if the targeting is such to very low income families, the vouchers are critically important in order to make the transaction feasible.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Chairman, I yield my time back.
The gentleman yields his time back. With that, we go